Item number 14, fiscal year 2016-17 City Council Priorities and Goals Progress Report, presented by our City Manager, Mr. Steve Krager.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, good evening. I guess to give some broad perspective to our students here tonight, your elected officials, before you meet once every 2 weeks, they set broad policy for the city. The staff members who have been coming before the council this evening to present are the ones who are responsible for executing on a daily basis. Council meets usually in March of every year, discusses goals and priorities. These are 6 long-standing priorities of this council. Underneath these priorities, they set forth initiatives. This is what we are driven to advance on a daily basis, ultimately under the mission of providing quality service, innovation, and leadership to the community. What I'd like to do is touch upon in the packet you have in your staff report, a very comprehensive packet of progress report. We come 6 months, demonstrate what we've been doing. Personal thanks to Terrell Locke for assembling the comprehensive report, and of course to your executive team for their daily work to make progress. What I like to do is just touch upon a few of these areas. So last time we touched upon some. This time I'd like to touch upon these 3 that are in bold. The first being develop our economy. Improved customer service through online tools. An emphasis of your council saying that while we have a physical front door that's available to the public from 8 to 5 days a week, we need to provide a digital front door to the public so that when the contractor goes home at night after a long day at work, he or she can go out and interface with our city through an online mechanism. Currently we have a zoning check and open counter. This provides the front end for the business and development community to come and explore what we have to offer. Assuming that they would like to do something in our community and actually pull a physical permit, your council recently approved a contract with a company named Accela, a software package that is in the process of being implemented. And we have a target date of November, early November, for the implementation of these features, namely permit applications for development, plan review, and also business license applications. This is the beginning of our digital front door. We actually have a committee that's assembled, a cross-section across the City of Yuba City staff, and they meet on a regular basis and talk about ways that we can improve our interface with the public through technology. Also under the umbrella of developing our economy is a tourism-based improvement district. Essentially, as you know, the hotels and motels getting together, making the conscious decision to collect additional revenue from people who are staying in our community for the sole purpose of building the tourism base of our community. This is so important because it provides an ongoing revenue source for the folks who are involved in tourism, our hotels and motels who benefit greatly to enhance what our community offers and bring more people to the Yuba City area. Just to give perspective on that as well, that will be brought back before your council later this year as the approval process continues. In terms of maintaining and improving infrastructure, I'll touch upon the second and the third. The water and wastewater rate study, a huge step in a direction of funding and maintaining hundreds of millions of dollars of infrastructure we have for our water and wastewater systems. Your council has been very adamant in saying that this is a priority, that we prepare for the future of our community and maintain what we have. The rates that have been put in place will enable that. And you've also said you want to come back on a yearly basis and review that to ensure that they're appropriately set, and we will continue to do that into the future. The roadway projects and rehabilitation, your council recently approved the State Route 99, 2099 interchange, first initial analysis working with Caltrans. We've done some residential resurfacing, and in the coming meeting on the 20th, you will have the bid for the Garden Highway project that goes from Winship Road down to Lincoln. And Garden Highway will now be complete in terms of a nice thoroughfare along the eastern edge of our community. Regarding the Bridge Street corridor, a 4-phase project. For those who have been down to the area, this is kind of a picture of before, which is not pretty. And I like to think that this is very attractive. And this is what your council adopted when you adopted the plans and said, we want to put a different face on the Bridge Street corridor. We have nice lighting, landscape median, and it just has a nice feel. And my compliments to the Public Works staff. As much as they have told the communities to stay away from Bridge Street, of course I purposely drive it just to see how it's going down there, and I have never had an issue down there. They've done a very good job, the contractors of lane control. Going back to this slide, you'll see that the red is the phase 1 that's going to be completed this month. Phase 2 is the actual physical bridge that will be replaced from a 2-lane to a 4-lane bridge. A $70 million project that is not just Yuba City, and that's important to note. Although we are the lead agency and the responsible agency, all of our sister agencies in the area, being Marysville, Yuba County, and Center County, are joined with us in that effort to advance that in mid-2017. Phase 3, we've been acquiring homes along the Cooper to Gray corridor, ultimately to widen it to 4 lanes. And then phase 4 in the future will extend it all the way, although it's 4 lanes now, to 99. We hope to have the same amenities and attractiveness for the whole corridor. Really an exciting time for Yuba City. So finally, enhancing our image, something that's important to us, that I would even argue that this picture right now is part of that effort to enhance our image. We have an upgraded website that was released since your goal-setting meeting. And also we have really pushed the YC311. You've seen banners throughout the community. It's going really well. I take a lot of pride and pleasure when people ask me how I get things done around here. I tell them this is part of my job. I was driving the community today, and twice I pulled over and pulled out my phone and put entries into YC311. I don't make phone calls to staff. I put them in here because it's got measurements, it's got metrics, it tracks everything. So it's actually easier on staff and easier on me. And so I like to think that we have 65,000 deputies throughout our city who have the power at their fingertips to be able to help improve our community through the use of YC311, available at the App Store and the Android store. So just go out and put that in, and it will download. That is a nutshell of 3 different areas. Of course, happy to answer any other questions that you might have. Thank you.
Any other questions of Mr. Krieger?
Nope.
No. Thank you
All right.
very much.
Thanks.
All right.